Hey everyone, my name is Bittersteel, and you might know me from some of my own Hearts of Iron 4 work on my YouTube channel. I am collaborating with Paradox Interactive to help guide you through some of the basic features of Hearts of Iron 4 No Step Back. In this video, we will be going over the Division Designer. No matter how many factories you build or airplanes you send to the skies, it will be these boots on the ground that make or break your bid for world domination. As such, their design is important to the long and short-term survival of your nation. When we open up Recruit and Deploy, we will be greeted with this window. Now, our focus will be on the right half for this video. Templates. This is where the basic starting templates of your chosen nation will be shown. We don't need to settle with these starting templates, and we can design our own. To do so, simply click the button at the top labeled Division Designer. This opens up a list of templates to edit and allows us to design a new one from scratch. Note that it is usually more economic to edit an existing template rather than building from scratch, and as more technologies become researched, more battalion types may become available, all at the cost of army experience. The cost in army experience will be shown here at the bottom. Of course, it will say nothing now, but let us take this infantry division as an example. As you can see, there are 5 columns representing the core strength of the unit, with a 6th column on the left representing the unit's support structure. Each column has to be comprised of similar units. Now, you can mix unit types in separate columns, but not in a single column. Now, as various units are added or removed, we will incur a cost in army experience. Now, depending on the type of division we're trying to add, the cost in army experience could be more or less expensive. If we're looking for armored battalions, this is where we'll find our tanks. If we look at the mobile battalions, this is where we find motorized versions of our infantry, as well as cavalry. You will notice that the stats of the unit will change according to the changes we make to this design. This is why division design is important. It can best be described as a balancing act between the cost of the unit in terms of manpower and equipment and its overall stats. Specific stats will come into play more than others, but the most important ones to keep an eye on early on would be combat width, deciding how many of these divisions can fight in certain battle at the same time. Combat width is decided by the terrain and some other minor factors. Next, we have hit points, or HP, the overall strength of the unit. When this runs out, the unit will be destroyed. Finally, organization, the fighting capability of the unit. This will determine how long the unit can remain engaged in combat before being forced to retreat. To the right of the division name is the division equipment button. Selecting this button will bring up a new menu showing all of the equipment stockpiled that the template can use. This allows the player to control what specific weapon types the unit with this template may use, so it is valuable if you are seeking to have certain units use older equipment and stockpile a reserve of new equipment for other uses or other units. For instance, a garrison unit that is only working behind the front lines will not need access to the cutting-edge technology of superior infantry equipment. They can make do with basic rifles. Now, below that equipment button, we find the division priority options. Divisions with higher priorities will receive equipment and reinforcements before divisions with lower priorities. Template can have one of 3 priority options. Reserves, units with this template, will receive equipment last and at the lowest priority once deployed. Perfect for units set to guard bases behind the front. The default, units with this template get average priority for equipment and reinforcements once deployed. This is recommended for the player's standard divisions. Finally, elite. Units with this template will receive equipment before anyone else once deployed and at the highest priority. Use it for the army's best men and where they can do the most good. Below this, we find the equipment tag for armored forces. This ties in very closely with the No Step Back DLC, and we will be skipping this for now. In addition to regular motorized and mechanized infantry, there are 3 specialized infantry types: Marines, Mountaineers, and Paratroopers that are useful in specific scenarios. These 3 types of specialized infantry are known as Special Forces. Special Forces have a battalion cap for each country. This cap is the greater of either 24 battalions, not divisions, or 5% of your total battalions, excluding those Special Forces battalions. Divisions cannot be trained given a different template or have their template adjusted if that would result in exceeding the Special Forces cap. First off, Marines. Marines are specialized infantry trained to engage in wet terrain and perform amphibious invasions. They receive an attack bonus in marshes, when fighting over rivers, and when engaging the enemy during naval landings or amphibious landings. Mountaineers are specialized infantry that excel in maneuvering through and engaging in rough terrain such as mountains. They receive various bonuses when operating in mountains, such as increased attack, increased movement, and increased defense. Finally, paratroopers. Paratroopers are the only type of unit that can be paradropped into the field, as indicated by this icon at the top of the division designer, which they then do via transport plane. This allows them to perform operations behind enemy lines and in locations where other units cannot easily reach. When we have decided upon our division design, we can hit the save button to save our design and apply these changes to all existing versions of this template, both in training and in the field, and begin recruiting new ones. Thank you for watching, and join me next time when we dive into the inner workings of the battle planner to help you on your path to glory. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss anything.